So, you clicked on this video because you want to make a fangan, right? Well, I'm here to help you make the process way easier. In making a fanganronpa, it's actually a really fun process. One of the reasons I actually got into Danganronpa fandom was because of all of the creative fangans made by many talented creators. After this video, you could be the one to create the next Fanganronpa. So, for the first most important thing in writing a fanganronpa is to avoid following the format. You have the freedom to create anything you may imagine. You don't have to bind yourself down to the fanganronpa pattern. Well, each chapter typically has one victim and one culprit and has the cycle of daily life, deadly life, and class trial. It's actually completely optional. Writing is about putting your thoughts into motion, and simply, the Danganronpa format helps the format stay clean and linear. But in truth, it's your choice. Like, let's be real, life itself isn't linear. However, the real truth is that the reason behind any fangan success is to simply have fun. When conceptualizing a story, you're able to create more scenarios when you're actually eager to create it. Don't force yourself to create a story. Instead, just let your thoughts flow naturally. But that doesn't mean there are no restrictions. As a writer, it's important to take responsibility for your own work. Treat your story with respect. If you are able to create a fangarompa that you wish to share with the world, give it meaning. If it were solely focused on the killing format, then the real question is, what does it give to the audience? Treat your audience with respect because they're giving their time to watch your work. Now, for the next step. Obviously, you already know that every fanganronpa must have characters and a story, but it would also help if you were to put in your emotions. In any fanganronpa, the most important element are actually the characters. Because while they may be trapped in a killing game, fanganronpas are mostly character-driven. In every fanganronpa, there are always characters around whom the story revolves. Each character needs to have its own specific trait or something that makes it unique. Because we don't want these characters to be carbon copies of each other, otherwise, they'd be boring. Instead of thinking of them as characters that could be labeled, it's better to think of them as humans. We humans have flaws, and we wouldn't want to be read like a book. In real life, while people can be categorized, there are deeper layers within each person. Everyone has their own backstory, which has led them to that specific moment. Because, let's be real, if the characters only talks about the killing game, then who were they before that? Think of your characters as people with lives. By putting our emotions or a part of ourselves in each character, it helps us humanize the characters and make them feel relatable. While storytelling may simply be stories, in a deeper layer, it's the writer's way of giving meaning to their scrambled thoughts. It's a way of using your emotions in story format to impact an audience. Now, let's focus on the story. Specifically, the death order. Make it feel like it's cause and effect. Because while people have normalized deaths in Killing Game, it should actually be a huge turning point for all of the characters. People respond to deaths differently. They grieve differently. Some people suppress their emotions, while others let them out. While I did say it's best if it were linear, human emotions are often cause and effect. Each death should be something that has been built up since the very first chapter. That's also why chapter 1 is the most important, because it doesn't just hurt the audience, but it's the part that leaves the most impact on the characters, which make the future deaths feel inevitable. Motives shouldn't be the primary reason a person kills, but rather, it's the subtle push that leads them to do so. Lastly, the most important is the overall thesis of the story. Basically, it's about what your story is about and what the inevitable ending is. The ending should strengthen the theme of the story rather than fight it. because the ending is what the story has been building up to since the very first chapter. To show the theme of the story, it's found in the important plot points, the chapter decisions, and etc. It would be helpful if each of the survivors had something related to the overall theme of the story, because they're what carry the story forward. Every good story has a purpose, a meaning, and a reason for each of the decisions. Without the overall theme, the ending would feel tasteless. Anyways, in truth, it's honestly completely your choice as to how your fanganronpa is. You can make it complex. You can also simply make it for fun. Heck, you can even make it so that there are no deaths at all. Be creative. Anyways, I hope this video helps you on your fangan journey. I'm Maris, and if you want to watch more videos like this, then make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you haven't yet.